Hello readers, and thank you for joining me for another Morpheme Matrices lesson. Today we are on lesson 2 of looking at the base words gram and graph. Do you remember what they mean? Gram and graph we learned yesterday in lesson 1 means written or drawn. We also learned that it's a free root, which means it's a base word that can stand on its own as a word. Base words can have affixes added to them to create new connected words. Affixes is referring to prefixes, which go at the beginning, and suffixes, which go at the end. As we said yesterday, we're looking at a lot this week, and we're going to be adding some suffixes today that we have not gone over yet, but we'll go over them at those time. Yesterday in lesson 1, we learned about auto, which means self, bio, which means life, chrono, which means time, and demo, which refers to people. Today, we're going to look at the next 4, geo, meaning earth, hydro, meaning water, phono, meaning sound, and photo, meaning light. With all that said, let's get started. Of course, we're going to start with graph, and this time we're going to add the prefix hydro. Now, hydro, as we just said, means water. So if we have hydro and graph, and we add those together, what's our new word? Hydrograph is correct. I wonder what it means. Do you think you can figure it out? Morphologically, the noun hydrograph consists of the Greek roots hydro, meaning water, and graph, meaning something written or recorded. Together, hydrograph refers to a chart or a diagram that records changes in water levels or flow over time. In a sentence, we might say the scientist studied the hydrograph, which showed how the river's water level rose after heavy rainfall. Let's do another one. This time we're going to shift over to gram, and we're going to add the prefix photo. Photo does not mean water. Photo means light. I may have to fix that again, hopefully not. And of course, gram means written or drawn. If I put those together, what's our new word? The new word is photogram. That is correct. And I wonder what photogram means. If photo means light and gram means written or drawn, what might that mean together? What do you think? So morphologically, the noun photogram consists of the Greek roots photo, meaning light, and gram, meaning something written or recorded. Together, photogram refers to an image made by placing objects on light-sensitive paper without using a camera. You could actually make that simply if you put some leaves on some construction paper and leave it in the sun for a day. Take the leaves off, and you have a photogram. In a sentence, you might say, the artist created a photogram by laying leaves on special paper and exposing it to light, leaving behind clear shapes. Next, we're going to try another one. We're going to keep photo, that I keep having to correct, and we're going to add graph. I wonder what that new word might be. Photograph is correct. Now, when I add those together, what do you think that means? So morphologically, photograph, the noun photograph, consists of the Greek roots photo, meaning light, and graph, meaning something written or recorded. Together, photograph refers to an image created using light, usually captured by a camera. In a sentence, we might say, she took a photograph of the sunset with her camera so she could remember the beautiful colors. I'm sure many of you have photographs on your phones. We're going to go back to gram. And this time we're going to add phono. Now, phono means sound. Of course, gram means written or drawn. If I add those together, what do you think my new word is? Phonogram is correct. Now, since phono means sound and gram means written or drawn, if I add those together, what do you think they mean? Morphologically, the noun phonogram consists of the Greek roots phono, meaning sound, and gram, meaning something written or recorded. Together, phonogram refers to a symbol or group of letters that represent sound in a language. I think our sentence may explain that a little better. In a sentence, the letter combination IGH is a phonogram because it represents the long I sound in words like light. This is probably not a word you'll see in most of your reading. Your teacher might see it in theirs. This next one you might see in some reading. We're going to go back to graph and we're going to add phono again. Now, what do you think our new word is? Phonograph. That's correct. Now, of course, reminder, phono means sound and graph means written or drawn. What do you think it means this time? Morphologically, the noun phonograph consists of the Greek roots phono, meaning sound, and graph, meaning something written or recorded. Together, phonograph refers to an early device used to record and play back sound. In a sentence, you would say, the old phonograph played music when a needle moved along the grooves of a spinning record. Basically, a phonograph is a record player. Let's do our last one. We're going to go back to stay with graph, and we're going to add geo, the prefix geo. Geo means earth, and graph meaning written or drawn. What might our word be? Don't think too fast. It's not a word. We're going to have to add the suffix y here. Now we add the y, that means subject or science. When I add those three words together, what might our new word be? What might it mean? We have a lot of clues right here. Our word is geography. Morphologically, the noun geography consists of the Greek roots geo, meaning earth, and graph, meaning something written or recorded, with the suffix y, which turns it into a noun meaning the study or description of. Together, geography refers to the study of the Earth's land, features, and environments. In a sentence, we would say in geography class, we learned about mountains, rivers, and different climates around the world. And that is why on our front slide, we had the word geography with a map. Now let's practice reading our words that we learned in lesson 2. We're going to do some silent blending. As a reminder, don't say the word until you see the red. Let's get started. Hydrograph. Photogram. Photograph. Phonograph. Phonogram. Geography. And that was our last word that we learned today. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. Until next time, happy reading.